What's up, everyone? How are you? Welcome to the new video of Jarvee settings for Instagram for 2022, 2022, yes. On this video, you're actually going to learn how you can set up Jarvee in order to get followers for your Instagram account on the safest way and with the best settings. As you know, I'm a big fan of numbers, and numbers don't lie. So here you can basically see how many of the accounts we are growing with 150, 140 actions of follow and unfollow a day, growing with like 20, 30, 40, even 50 followers a day. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's 2022. And yes, it's not going to be easy, but it's definitely possible. So, yes, before we start, I want just to tell you a few important things before we get into the technical part and what I'm going to cover on this video. So, let's speak a bit about Jarvee and what is the risk. Honestly, any type of automation you're going to run on your Instagram or any social account you have, it's dangerous, okay? The social media platform doesn't want you to use any kind of these bots or system or platform on their platform in order to grow, get followers, leads, and clients. Why? It pretty much makes sense. They want you to pay for paid ads, and this is the way they want it to work. Still, we are doing Jarvee for about 4 years already. I'm doing it since 2008, 2018. So it's still working. It's not easy. It's definitely possible, but there's always a risk of the account to get verification, block, or even disabled. With the settings I'm going to show you now, the chances are very, very, very low, but it's always something you must keep in your mind. With any investment you're going to do, there is a risk. There is no free risk in this video, so I'm sorry. If you cannot take this risk and you're too afraid, that's okay. I don't want to waste your time. I appreciate your time. Yes, but still, as you can see, it's working pretty good when you know what you're doing and when you're doing it very, very well with the safest and good settings. And yes, for who this video is actually relevant and why you should actually watch that. So if you have an Instagram account, you're a business owner and you want to grow it, if you're like an influencer, if you have clients, if you're like a social media agency, you want to offer Instagram growth service. So this video can actually be very, very relevant for you. Or even if you just want to learn Jarvee and see what is everyone speaking about and what is this awesome tool. So it can be cool for you. Yes, so I think we can start. 2 words about me. I will do it very, very quick if you doesn't know me. So very nice to meet you. My name is Adi. I'm also called Dr. Jarvee. I'm working with Jarvee for the past 4 years. I run the Jarvee Instagram automation community. No, I'm not an official part of the Jarvee team. I'm not part of the company. I'm just love this tool and I'm using it, and I build my business on actually this tool. So yes. I also run the Telegram channel. I'm also sometimes active on MP Social, and I also do a lot of growth hacking things in addition to Jarvee. Jarvee is one tool, and it's awesome, and I love it. So yes, let's get started. And by the way, my agency and me, we run hundreds and already thousands of accounts on the last few years. So we really know what we're doing. And let's get started. So what you actually need to run any kind of like Instagram account, let's start with one Instagram account, but we can go even further and add more and more accounts. So first of all, Jarvee is a tool that's working only on Windows system. If you have Mac, so Jarvee cannot work on Mac. No worries, you don't need to buy a PC now and a Windows to your home. It's okay. There's like another solutions, and you can run a VPS. I actually have another video about VPS, where to get it, what are the best VPS. I will attach the link for that, so you don't need like to cover it now. But yes, basically you must use Windows system. It can be your own PC, like I have my own PC now, so I can use Jarvee on it. Or you can just use a VPS, virtual private server, like you paying to get rent a PC, which will be private for you, and then you can log in using your Mac, for example. And also, by the way, me as a Windows user, I don't use my computer to run Jarvee on it. I use a VPS because I want Jarvee to work 24/7, and I don't want my computer will be always open. It's also pretty heavy, so I prefer that. But check out the video we attached over here on the description or somewhere over here about a VPS. Second thing you need, I also attach affiliate link. I hope it's okay with you guys. So you need a Jarvee license. Okay, and basically you can go to the official Jarvee website, as you can see with the link I attached, and you click on get started, and you have 3 different packages. And now I will explain what are the differences. So this one, the $30 almost, it's like 10 social accounts. You basically have 10 Instagram or Twitter or Pinterest. Jarvee is looking for different social media platforms, but we speak about now Instagram. So it's for 10 Instagram accounts. For example, the $50 package is for 30, and the $70 it's $70 almost. And you also get an option to add unlimited amount of scrapers. I will cover it in the future of this video in addition, but let's start with that. If you have only one account or two accounts, so you can definitely go with this one. If you're going to have more and more, so you need these packages, because basically for every main account, every account you want to grow, you need to add some scrapers account. Scrapers are like accounts you need to use for scraping, like their name. So basically I'm working with a ratio of 1 to 6. Wait, 6, yeah. So every main account, you need like 6 scrapers account. Okay, so let's say if you have one account, you can go with this package. If you have two accounts, I recommend already to go with this one. And if you have more than that, so go with the 70. You can just click on start free trial. As you can see, you have 5 days of free trial. You don't need to pay anything on your free trial. You don't even need to put the credit card. Okay, they are pretty good with that. Just download your PC, run it, and install it as any regular software. Yes, as for proxies, so let's speak a bit about that. Where to start? Okay, so basically, if you do have only one account, you are not must to use a proxy, but it's always recommended, and I recommend it, and I will explain. Let's say now you're using your phone. Yes, I have an iPhone, so I'm using Instagram, and I run my account on Instagram. Okay, and let's say I'm using the IP of my house. I'm living with my parents, my family, my brothers, my sister, and so on. So many other people using the same IP. Okay, and everyone is doing some actions here and there on Instagram, yeah, nothing too special. But I'm actually doing a lot of actions. Yes, 150, 140, 150 a day, and even more. That's more than the average user, I can assume. So Instagram, basically what they're doing, they have the information about from which IP you're connected, what are the actions you're doing, what is the device you're using, how many times a day you connect to Instagram, and basically they know everything about you. And if you're going to run multiple accounts and you want to have less issues with Instagram, so the idea to get a proxy, it's like to rent an IP, a private IP, it's yours. And on this way, you're actually hiding your real IP. Okay, so if I'm doing this kind of actions and I have my private IP, I'm not sharing this IP with anyone else. It looks very, very, very safe. Okay, this is basically the goal, to hide your real IP. This is the purpose of any proxy in the world. So Instagram couldn't know I'm actually using this account and I'm doing multiple actions on multiple different accounts. Okay, they will like connect a point and then they can flag your activity. So this is why you basically need a proxy. If you have only one account, so you don't have to start with that. But if you have 2, 3 plus more, so I recommend to go with that, even from day one. Yes, especially if you're looking to open a business with that. So get a proxy. Why 4G? What is a 4G proxy? Basically, it's similar to what you have on your phone, like a SIM card, like you have on your phone, and you're connected with this SIM card. So pretty much the same. This is what most of the people today using on Instagram. So this is why we recommend to get a 4G proxy. There are different types of proxy, like data centers and residential and IPv6, IPv4. I'm not going to cover all of that. You don't need to get too much technically, but I can just tell you from my experience in the last 4 years, that 4G is the most humanly way to work on social media platforms. So that's why we go with that. Keep in mind, it's not cheap. Okay, the good things in life are not cheap, are not for free. So this proxy, it's actually, if you click on this website, it's €90 before discount. Of course, I attached a special link to get €15 discount. You also have like a free trial you can try. The proxy, this company, by the way, we're working with for the last 4 years, they really know what they're doing. They're very high quality proxies, amazing guys on the website about automation, code hacking, especially Jarvee. So feel free to go with that. There are multiple providers and different companies, of course. It's not the only company in the world, but it's what we are using and highly, highly recommend. And this is the code, by the way, to get a discount. And if you're asking yourself if you need to use a proxy or an IP from your original location, so it's not a must, okay? I'll explain also why. Let's say I'm now based in Israel and I have a team in, I don't know, Europe or the Philippines or United States. So my team can also connect to the Instagram and do action from their device. It pretty much makes sense even to Instagram in 2022 is that people are using Instagram for all around the world. I can also travel. I can basically my base location can be Israel, but I can travel all the world, right? So I can be now in Israel and United States, in Europe, in Thailand, and so on. So this is why it's totally okay also to get a proxy from any different kind of location. They have Germany, UK, United States, Israel, and a few more. So feel free to check them out. And basically, what else you need? Sorry, not four, six. So I also recommend to go with 6 scrapers per each main account, and I will explain. Basically, I also have a full new video about what is scrapers and what they are doing and why it's very, very important. I will try to cover the big things and the main points over here. So scrapers purpose is basically to get the data you need for your main account, the account you're looking to grow, without putting a risk, the highest percentage of risk on your main account. So let's say I want to get all of the followers of Justin Bieber because this is my target audience. Let's say, okay. So if I use my account to actually scrape the data and scrape the followers of Justin Bieber, I actually doing scraping actions using a lot of API, and that can put my main account on risk. And I don't want to do that because I don't must do it. I can use another account like scrapers to do this kind of work. And then this account can be in dangers, and my account is still in dangers, but much less. So this is basically why I highly recommend to get scrapers. I mostly use Project One scrapers, and I think this is the best. Yes, so this is the website, so we will attach the right link over there. And so, as you can see over here on the main three ranks over here, you can get scrapers for 35 cents, 65 cents, and there's another one in I think 30 cents, but this is sold out. You can see the stocks over here. So you can really get this one. It's not really important if you get the ones with the emails or not. Today, we used to think that the emails it's better, but maybe it can be better. I don't know, but not really worth it. I think if you get this one, even that's okay because you're going to put very smart API limits. I'm going to cover it also in the future. Yes, so you must buy at least 5 scrapers. This is the minimum to purchase, and it's 1.75. You can just go with 6 for now. Let's say for one main account, one account to grow. You can pay with crypto or you can pay with credit card or Google Pay. Okay, then you click on continue, you put your email, just choose it and go with that. Okay. What else? What else you need? Yes, so pretty much like that. We used to also run some other software and other tools like to capture and SNS PVA and Valor, but we're not really doing it anymore. The purpose is like basically to try the settings that going to help you to minimize the amount of time and energy you need to like spend on Jarvee. So I think pretty much like this. This is what you basically need. Okay, you can cover all of this list. I will also attach it on the description, so feel free to use the links. And let's get straight to the funny part after you like have the scrapers. So what you actually need to do. Cool. So after you purchase the scrapers, you will get an email like that, and you will see the amount you pay and all of the data. You click on get the product, and basically you have the scrapers over here. On text file, you can just basically copy all of them. As you can see, I just purchased scrapers with username and pass. And then you're actually going to the link attached over here of the Google Sheets, and you paste it over here, right on column number B. Then you click on data and you click on sweet text to comments. Okay, and basically then you can give it a name, any name you want for the account, scraper one, and then you can basically just go and do like that if you want. Okay, and basically all of the rest I'm just going to delete from here. We don't really need. Why we do it on a CSV and an Excel, like Google Sheets, you can also do it just manually with Jarvee, but I think it's much faster way to do this kind of action and add the scrapers just like that to Jarvee. A proxy URL and port. So if you get the proxy for your scrapers, again, it's if you have only one account, it's not a must. It's always recommended. If you have 2 and more, so definitely get a proxy. And you need to put the IP and the port. It's mostly something like this social proxy, something like that, and like this. okay, or just numbers, proxy username, they will give you that, of course, and proxy password. And so basically, you can put all of the scrapers on the same proxy, okay? You can put up to 70 scrapers on one proxy. You can even put a bit more, but that's pretty much the sweet spot, okay? And then we give this scrapers account, sorry, the tag. We're going to call them scraper, and you understand why we're doing it when we add them to Jarvee. It will be the second step. Okay, for now, I'm just going to delete it because I don't have any proxy for this account. But basically, if you purchase, so just add it over here. Again, as I show you, the proxy IP port, and just with this in the middle, username and password. All of this information you basically don't need if you just purchase the scrapers without emails. If you do have the email, so you put the email address, password, a port. It can be like something like pop.gmail. Something like that. Okay, and then the email validation port is something like 993. That's okay. This is basically to help you do kind of like automatic verification to the scrapers. We don't need to do this anymore, so I'm not going to cover that. That's all good. And user agent, this is basically the device that Jarvee generates for your account. So Jarvee is basically emulate Android or like kind of like mostly Android device. So you work like kind of from the app. Not really, but kind of. So again, you're going to cover that. And after you have all of this information, you click on File. By the way, you can also use this file over here. Yes, I will attach it to the description. You can just make a copy of that and put the data of the scrapers. Download, make sure you download as a CSV. Okay, and then you have it over here. I have the scrapers. You copy that, and I'm going to my server. Cool. So this is the VPS. You can see. Sorry for the mess, but we'll clean this up. So you can just need to copy the CSV file and go here, paste it, and yeah, cool. And basically, I already installed Jarvee on this PC. So, of course, what you need to do before. And now I'm going to cover a few of the main things you need to do on Jarvee. So, just a short kind of explanation about what you see over here. On the dashboard, you see basically all of the actions on your account, dashboard summary, statistics, you can see the growth. I'm not really using this option to see the growth, but you can definitely use that. What's new Jarvee updates? I'm doing updates almost every week. Contact support, feel free to use the support anything you need. They are very, very useful. Notification, you can also get notification if you want, like alert for anything. Exit, restart, logout, contact support. You can also do it from here. Social profile is where you're actually adding the accounts. You can see the account status, if it's valid, working, the name, amount of like post, followers, following, and on more information. Tools, this is where the magic happens. It's where you're going to set up the follow and the unfollow settings. This is what we're going to cover today. Global tools, Jarvee also has a lot of different things like create accounts of Twitter, on Instagram, scrape history, story viewer, and cool thing. We don't need to cover that. Settings. Okay, so this is very important. I'm going to actually stop and explain a bit about the things that you need to do over here. This is like the global settings of Jarvee, where you can basically set up all of the things you want to happen on Jarvee. Okay, it's actually when you set it up over here, it will make sure it will be relevant to all of the accounts you have on Jarvee. So if you go to the software settings and if you scroll a bit down, you will see something very cool called a male female names. So Jarvee comes automatically with names in English. We create a different names list in English, which we have like better quality of names if you want. And also if you want, for example, only, let's go with, I don't know, Dutch, if you're looking to target Dutch people. So you can also add males and female names over here. There's many, many languages over here, Korean and Bulgarian, and many, many cool things, American, Armenian, sorry, and many cool stuff. So here you can basically add the names, and then I will show you how to set it up on Jarvee to engage with people which actually have these names. Now, why we do it with names and not by mostly gender? So Instagram, if you go to Instagram platform, we try to make it not that complicated. So if you go to some profile on Instagram, you will see that Instagram actually doesn't share with us the the profile gender. Okay, for example, this profile, I don't know if it's male or female, even on the web, even on the phone. So how can I know if it's male or female based on the name? Okay, this is, for example, name I think in Russian. So basically I can add Russian names and then I can know what is this account. Okay, and let's scroll down and go to the embed browser. So if you are planning to run a lot of accounts, I recommend basically to use more more browsers over here, like 40, for example, and 40 over here. Basically, you need a lot of scrapers to do the scraping work. As you can see, the scraping is with this kind of browser, so you can go even with 50. You can just change it. That's okay. In social platforms, I recommend to go to Instagram in general. And basically, these three settings are very important. One, two, three. These settings is basically when you set up intending to Jarvee, hey, for any type of scraping purpose, scraping data, filtering data, citing data, or any kind of tool for scraping purpose, please use only accounts with the tag scraper. And why we do that? Because basically, this is what we set up over here. We don't want the main account to do any kind of scraping purpose, scraping work. Okay, I want my main account, for example. I want this account will be, oh, cool, I have 10K. Nice. Thank you, Jarvee. Basically, with Jarvee. Cool. So basically, I don't want to put my account in risk. So that's why I'm using the scrapers, okay, before adding my main account. And you just need to set up, check all of these boxes over here and make sure you add this scraper tag over here. And I also recommend to do that. Treat action block as temporary blocks. Suspend on tools from getting blocks as well. This is basically will help you if you get any kind of block to stop all of the other tools. Okay, so you can just set it up like that. As for more things, a lot of things over here. Just make sure you uncheck this box over here, like I did over here. Automatic actions. You don't really need that honestly anymore. But I do recommend to use the stop action account and to stop all of the accounts if X accounts get disabled. So if I don't know how somehow one of your accounts get disabled, so add stop all of the accounts excluding the scrapers. Okay, the scrapers can still work. A phone notification, not really need this anymore. Yes, if you get more than one captcha a day as well, captcha is also like very serious verification pop-up. So just to stop the server. So that means basically with these settings, Jarvee will just stop working. All of the profile will be on stop mode, as you can see over here. Delays, yes, you can also do these kind of things. I think it's on the default. Export, not really need that. Connectivity as well, not really. Error backup. Okay, so Jarvee going to do backup to all of these things you see over here every 48 hours on default. I'm going to change to 24 hours. Okay, I want the backup every day. The backup will be on this PC. So I highly recommend also to backup the backup to the cloud like service as Dropbox or Google Drive and so on, because it's not a cloud based backup, it's just a backup on the PC. So if something happened to the PC, you lost all the data, and this is not fun. Email notification, not really need that. Action and security, not going to cover it now. Cool. Proxy manager. Okay, so basically over here you can add the proxy data that you want, and you can put the IP and the port, username, password, and then you can add the account over here and click on verify. Then you must make sure the account is on valid status. That means it's working and the account is connected to the proxy. As for main accounts, I didn't talk about it, but main accounts, you can put maximum 10 main accounts on one 4G proxy. So 70 scrapers on one 4G proxy, and on another proxy, maximum 10 Instagram account. My account, you will see over here a subscription and all of that. Publishing, basically you can use Jarvee to schedule and post content as well on your Instagram feed, for example. Like Exchange, very cool tool to give likes and to get likes, kind of like engagement group inside Jarvee. Social Exchange, the same, just for different social media platform. And let's get started the business. How is this song going? Forget. Cool. So if you remember, we made a file with the scrapers, and now what I want to do, I want to add the scrapers over here. So I click on Add Profile and have a look. I have two options over here. I have Instagram and I have Instagram Scraper. Now, if you're asking yourself what is the difference, So this is basically when you have the package of $70 a month, you can put unlimited Instagram scrapers. Jarvee doesn't going to charge you based on scrapers amount. But if you don't have this package, you have the $30 or the $50. So you must set the account, even if the scrapers as Instagram, and you must pay for each account. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on import accounts. I have only the $10 over here. I click on scrapers sheets. I click on open. And as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 scrapers. Now I click on the scraper over here. And as you can see, I don't have the proxy. I haven't touched the proxy, so I won't see it over here. I click on show advanced profile settings. And over here, I'm going to basically set up the scraper settings I want to do. Now, this is very, very important. The API calls limits. Basically, over here, I'm telling Jarvee what are the limits I want to do. Okay, if I'm doing too many API calls, just to explain, it's any action, anything you do on the app, get data, scrape, click on something, scroll, whatever you're doing on the app, it's like an API call. Okay, and I just want to put kind of like limits over here to make sure that I won't do too many API calls and then my account, the scrapers will get burned. So the settings I'm actually sharing with you over here are very, very, very traditional. I would say that they're like very easy. They like you can do much more than that. Okay, you can even go with 400 and 500 and more. But as for the start, I don't want to give them too many API calls a day. I prefer to work with a ratio of one main account and 6 scrapers. So I will split the amount of API calls I need for the main account between all of the 6 scrapers. And this is how I know I'm covering, and also the scrapers will survive for the long term. Cool. More things I recommend to do just to check these 2 boxes over here on the bottom. And also this is okay. You don't need to do that. This is all good. The emulation as well. Do random actions using the API just to randomly do stuff on the app like scroll, click, and so on. And pretty much we finished to set up the global settings of the scrapers. Now we do it only once, and then you can click on copy settings. Then you can choose the scraper tag. You can choose select all, and I can copy all of the settings for all of the other accounts. I don't need to do it manually. Now over here, just make sure you write user agent or user, and you uncheck all of these 3 boxes. Why? Because you don't want to copy the same device for all of the accounts, okay? So over here, I uncheck that. You can see 71 from 74. I have another 5 scrapers. I make sure I double check I copy it for the right accounts, not the main accounts, okay? And then I click on OK. The settings have sent to 5 targets. Cool. Okay, now all of the other accounts have it as well. Now I'm going to just check all of them, all of this account. I click on actions, and I'm going to verify them all by once. Okay, you scroll all the way down, and you have over here the option to click on verify profile. You click on yes, and basically now most of them should be valid. I actually used some of these scrapers, so maybe, I don't know, one of them can be blocked or already disabled, but most of them actually should work well. As you can see, this guy over here got email confirmation, so I can just delete this guy, actions, and you scroll all the way down, and you can click on delete profile. Okay, so just over here. Yeah, and as you can see, all of the other ones are valid. Cool. I can also group by tag, and I can see the scrapers, and I have the Instagram account. If you want to add the main account, you just click on add profile and add it over here. You don't need to do it on the scrapers method. So now I'm going to the tools. Okay, and 1 second. Just don't want the password did this mistake on the past. Okay, cool. So basically you need to go to the social profile, CBD. Let me show you this account. It's called like CV Dogs. This is account we're actually growing with Jarvee for the past few years. I think this account has special how much? Cool, 20.6k followers. We're reposting some content over here. As you can see, it's not originally. It's also using Jarvee. Looking cool, very funny things about CBD and dogs. Cool, so this is the account, and basically you need to go and scroll all the way down, show advanced profile settings, and this is the settings I recommend to set up for the main account for the API. I will just stop for a second so you can just stop the screen and copy that. I wait 30-60 minutes. I do maximum 50 API calls an hour, 400 a day. Don't want to make it too complicated, but basically this is to maximum amount of errors you will have when you do any kind of actions, and this is for API calls just to do the actions themselves. So again, don't want to do any too much API calls to make Instagram mad and get and see all of the things we are doing. As well, you can also copy the settings you see over here. By the way, also very traditional settings. It's not too much, trust me. And make sure you check all these boxes as well over here and disable automatic API login. It's also good things, and sign numbers and sign the number of the followers. Okay, so you see on midnight how many followers you get. And more things you have over here on the ignore tab, you will see all of the people you actually followed using Jarvee. Okay, edit profile, you can edit your profile from here. Scrape tools, ignore that, all of the rest. Yeah, not really need all of these things over here. And yes, and basically you can click, this is on stop, but you can click on verify and verify this profile. Let's see if it will work for us. Yeah, it's valid. Cool. Now we're going to the fun part. I know you wait for that. So let's go to the follow and the unfollow settings where you can basically engage with the people you want and grow your beautiful profile. So I'm going to wait between 45 to 95 minutes before each new operation. Every operation I'm going to do between 18 to 30 follow actions, and I'm going to do a delay of 5 to 20 seconds. Okay, I can run this account 24/7, but I will stop the account for 20 to 60 minutes after I'm doing 5 to 20 operation. Okay, so that means if you will go over here, that means an average of 19 actions an hour, and I can go with maximum 456 follow a day, but no worries, I'm not going to do that much. This is basically the days that the account is going to work. You can, of course, play with that. I do it every day. And we're going to start very, very slowly with 10 to 20 actions a day, increases by 5 to 10 until we reach 150 actions a day. I'm also going to click the contextual tool. It's going to help this account to look more human, just to follow random people, for the followers following all suggested users. Scrape all users before following. That's also a good thing. And here's the user filters. Here, basically, I can tell Jarvee which users I want to engage with and which users I don't want. So, for example, I can make sure I skip non-English users. I can make sure the user has a profile image. I can make sure the user has at least, I don't know, 30 posts or something. I can make sure the user has minimum and maximum amount of followers and following. I can also make sure it posted on the last, I don't know, 30 days, for example. Although this is a bit tricky because today a lot of people are actually not even posting and using the stories, so that's also. Of course, I want to make sure I'm not following someone who is in my followers, okay? I can follow only private or unprivate accounts. I can also add some users I will never want to follow, like blacklist. Okay, so we skip them. Your ex, for example. No, I'm joking. Skip business account, follow only business accounts with website, only verified account. You can definitely play with that. And over here, it's very, very important settings, and I want to explain about it. So you can make sure you will follow only males, only females, both of them, or all. When you check all, that means it's just all everyone. It's like not really filtering the names. When you check males, females, or both, it's actually taking us back to the settings part where we did the software settings. And if you remember, we have the names. So if I put the English names, Jarvee, I have males over here. This is the male function, and this is the female function. So basically, with these options over here, Jarvee can know which users to follow and which users don't to follow. So for example, I can add over there on the settings a list of like Nepalian names, just an example. I can add list of females or also males, and then I will only engage with users which have the names of females in Nepali. Sorry, let's go with another language over here. Yeah, English. Let's go with English, okay? And it's uncheck the Nepalian. Yeah, sorry, scrolled too much. Yeah. You'll find it eventually. Fine, right? Cool. Okay, so on English, so I go only with English names on the list over there of females. So if you want French or if you want, I don't know, Russian or Dutch names, even Hebrew names, we do have a list. I will attach a link over there. And then you can basically add the names on the settings over here based on the language you want. Wait, I don't have all the list. I do have also French names and Spanish, I think. But of course, you can also create one for your needs. Cool. Okay, so let's say I want both. Okay, in females and names. Keep in mind, don't check all, because if you check all, it will unfilter the names, and it can be also different people. And as for the filters over here, keep in mind, as much as you put more and more filters, you need to do more API calls for your scrapers. So as for the start, I don't think you need to put too many filters, but maybe after that you can put more. So as for now, maybe I will just go with these filters over here, even without that. And I also don't need this. And later on, I can always play with that and add more filters. Depends, of course, on what you're looking for. Also, make sure you check this box over here to wait and to suspend the tools if you get any kind of like session block in Jarvee. You can also like users like spots, latest posts, okay? So you can wait between 5 to 30 seconds, and you can like 0 or 1 post on the user after you did the follow action, okay? That's also something that can help you to get more followers. View stories after follow, 50 to 80%. That's also good. You can also comment and direct message, mute, but I'm not really using that. Cool. Now we are in the follow source, and let me to explain a bit about that. Basically, you can do a lot of things over here. You can follow users based on hashtags, keywords, followers of X, following of X, specific users, geolocation, suggested explore page, people who enrich, interact, and so on. Let me explain what we are doing. We are following followers of other accounts, okay, as you can see over here, of like competitors. And we are also following followers of our own followers. If you never purchase fake accounts, so that can be actually very, very useful source for you to follow followers of your own followers. And over here, you can see basically the statistics and how many people follow you back from the follow actions you did. So here I made 17 actions of follow for my account, the CBD Dogs, and again 23% of follow back ratio. Okay, this is basically, how you can see, 30% I get over here, but only did 10 actions and so on. I actually have a full guide about what to do over here and how to set it up and how to get really, really good sources for the follow back ratio. I will also attach this over the description, I think. Yeah, and let's just turn it on. After we did all of that, I can just click on start and it will start working, I think. Yes, and it's telling me error 550 because I don't have any account connected to the API. As you can see, all of the scrapers are on delayed. I'm guessing they already did too many API calls, so basically I can just wait until they will finish. I'll look, or I can just mark them as valid. I click on the scraper, and as you can see, it's telling me that it will go valid in like 6 minutes, okay? So I can just wait, and then it will continue to work. Okay, so I go over here to the tools and I'm going to continue. And then I'm going to the unfollow settings. This is very, very easy, guys. I must tell you. You can wait between 1 to 2 days to do the unfollow action, and you wait between 30 to 99 minutes before each new operation. Every operation, you're going to unfollow, 15 to 30 people per operation with a delay of 5 to 45 seconds, as well random sleep time. As you can see over here on the right top, it's telling me how many unfollow actions I'm going to do per hour and maximum per day. That's all good. I set up over here to do 10 to 20 with 5 to 10 a day wrote to increase it until I reach 150. Also contextual action, that's pretty useful as well. Feel free to use that. And over here, it's also user filters to the unfollow. I actually don't use any of them. The only thing I'm actually going to do if I want to keep all of this following and I don't want to unfollow the people this account following now. So I'm going to click on use whitelist over here and how to extract users followed outside Jarvee. Okay, I'm going to click on import users followed outside the app or import all followings. Okay, let's say I'm going to do that. And basically it's going to add all of the users outside Jarvee to here. So this is a good thing to do because you don't want maybe to mix this kind of list. But of course, if you didn't check anything over here, and if you didn't check this box, do not check this box as you see over here. So Jarvee going to do unfollow only for the users followed from Jarvee. Okay, so that's totally okay. And as well, to do these kind of settings to suspend when temporarily block for 3 to 10 minutes, that's also a good thing. And basically, this is the main settings of the follow and unfollow. You have also likes, comment, contact, and repost. That's different things. I don't think we will cover it now. There's many things you can do. already 40 minutes. You survived it in now, so good on you. Yes, and a few things before we finish. So, as I said, there's a lot of things you can do over there. I try to make it simple as much as I can, but I'm sure there are like more things that you can really do and play with that. This is only the basic of Jarvee. Okay, as you can see, I now already start work with this account. So you can see on the results tab over here, the actions he's doing. You can see I already followed this user and I done watching the story. On the tools section, you can basically see all of the actions you did. You see I already did 2 follow actions. It's all good. I can also merge the columns and just uncheck the things I don't want to see over here. Okay. One sec. So you can just play with that and just keep over here what you really want to see. And keep in mind when you purchase a $70 package of Jarvee, you won't see the scrapers under the tools section. You will see it only under the social profile, but that's okay. And yes, more special things and tips for you before you finish this video. And I think this is the main thing. Just keep learning all the time and keep seeing what's been changed, test some things, test different type of stores to see which accounts give you the best follow back ratio and how to improve that. And yes, as I mentioned on the start of this video, it's really not that easy. It's also not complicated, like it's not like data science, okay? But it's not so easy. If it was so easy, so everyone will do that. If you watch this video and you need more help and more support, so you have our our community on Facebook, just to get some like free help and free support. Okay, you can just post anything you want over here, and people will help you. If you want paid help, so we got to this part now. You have 2 options, basically even 3. You can do one-on-one session with me, where me or someone expert from my team going to help you set up everything I just did now, but just do it with you, okay? And do it for you. It's $300 per an hour. I will attach the link for that. Another option, if you want to learn it on like an inside club with us, we have a club for Jarvee users around the world called the VIP club. You can also try to get inside here. You can schedule a call with my team and see if you fit that. I'm teaching over here much more things in 40 minutes video. A lot of things about a lot of growth hacking, automation, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, even more things to Instagram. Of course, it also comes with like a secret club, not on Facebook. It's about $240 a month, this club. I will also attach the link. And of course, if you don't want to do it all by yourself and you want to pay someone to do all of this work for you, set it up, manage it, check it, and so on. So you can definitely check our website and you can pay us monthly fee, and we are going to do everything for you, including the scrapers, the proxies, the accounts, Jarvee, and basically everything. You can see our packages over here. You can contact us as well. And yeah, so yes, I think we pretty much finished. Just a short reminder about the results you can do with Jarvee. This is the numbers. Numbers don't lie. It's not easy. It's not going to be easier. Instagram going to do it harder and harder every year. Okay, so I don't know if you're looking for something easy, don't go with that. Easy things, it's not like that, but it's definitely worth it. And you can definitely make a business and make a life using Jarvee and growth hacking tools. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you find it valuable, and feel free to comment if I did manage to help you, if you have any question, and subscribe to our channel and check out the other videos. We have a lot of cool things over there, cool tools, growth hacking, bracket, and many more cool things. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day, and see you on the next video, or maybe next year. Goodbye.